welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Sharvani and I make videos related to career and productivity. Right now I'm making videos related to studying in USA in general, and this is the time when most of the international students and Indian students have come to US, or they're almost in the process of coming to US for their fall semester. So right now today I thought of making a video about housing requirements. What are the do's and don'ts of finding the right house for you in the US? Because coming to a new country is something, things are different. Everything is not the same. The way things work are different. People are different. It's exciting to move to a place, but then you also want to be sure that everything is right, because once you sign the lease, you're there, like for 6 months or a year. So you should definitely, you want to make sure that you're at the right place. And there are some mistakes that I did, there are some mistakes that my friends did, and we always think that, oh, wish I knew this earlier, wish I knew this sooner. So I think this is more like coming from the experiences and trying to help you with that. So of course, on campus accommodation is great if you can get it, and it's really great. But most of the time, I don't see Indian students doing that, either because of the cost, because it's a bit more expensive, or because you're not able to get one. So, talking about off-campus housing, there can be a lot of options, and there can be like lots of things that you need to consider. So in this video, we're going to talk about few points that you should consider, and then you'll be a savvy renter. So most important is neighborhood. You want to be sure that you're in a safe neighborhood, in a decent neighborhood. You should also check about the crime rates. Uh, if it's fine, if how many crimes are occurring, and it's even better if you can find a nice community. And number two is location. Well, I would say for me, both location and neighborhood are equally important. So talking about location, it's the best if you can actually stay within the walking distance to your college, because first you can save so much if you're like walking every day and you don't need to take public transport, or you don't need to take Uber. And in general, in US, the public transport options are a bit limited, so it's best if you can like everyday walk. And then you won't be attending a lot of classes, like the whole day classes every day. So it'll be easier for you if you're in the college, you attended a class, you don't have anything, you can go back and then come back. You can go back, have lunch, come back, you can go back, take a nap or do something. So it's very convenient if you can like do in and out from college to your home. And then it'll be easier for you to attend any events that's happening in your college. So that way also it'll be very helpful. And it'll be even better if you have grocery stores and public transport, or train stations at a walking distance. Then you're like all set. Number three is roommate. It's very important, very, very important to have the right roommate, because you'll be spending a lot, if not most, a lot of your time with them. So it's very important to have the right roommate. It's a good idea. I mean, it would be great. It would be great if you can find someone whom you already know from before, or someone who you know through common friends. If you cannot find that, at least try to know them before moving in with them. That would be really helpful. Number four, rent. Ask what's included in the rent, because sometimes there can be hidden costs. You should ask what utilities and amenities are included. You should check about the laundry, if they have an in-house laundry system, or you need to go to a common place. If you need to go to a common place, you need to pay extra for that. And those things, that is very important, because that can actually add up to a lot of cost, and it's not that convenient also. Then you can also check about the dishwasher, if they have one or not. For different bedroom sizes, it's a good idea to ask for prorated rent, so that like sometimes people living in bigger rooms can pay more and people living in smaller rooms can pay less. And then when you go to visit the apartment, also kind of try to scan small things. Most important is sunlight, in my opinion. Initially I didn't pay attention to that, but it's very important, because everything is like closed all the time, right? And if the sunlight doesn't reach, you probably, you'll have a lot of moisture and humidity inside, and that can actually lead to molds, and then the treatment will actually cost you a lot more. Similarly for bed bugs, if you actually have them, it would be crazy to get them treated. So also check, if you can check if the community, or if the house is not infected with bed bugs. And then you can also check for small things like, if the faucets are fine, if the house, the showers, the water force and everything fine, those things. And then next is check the lease properly, read it properly. You can also check about the subleasing options, and also about the penalty if you plan to lose sooner than the lease period. And the last one, according to me, is ask questions. Ask as many questions as you can. Ask questions that you have in your mind. What about the parking spot? What's happening with the parking? Do you need to pay extra for the parking or not? What about the pets? Are pets allowed or not? If you do by any chance need to pay extra for that? These things seem very simple, but let's say about parking, you might not need it right now. So even if they don't give a parking, it's fine with you. But you never know. Maybe in 6 months you might need a parking spot, and at that time you'll be stuck there because you have probably signed the lease for 1 year. So, just ask as many questions as you have in mind. I'm also putting a Google Doc link in the description box about the list of questions that I think you can ask. I mean, of course, not all of them, but whatever is like suits you or whatever you think you probably need to ask. So you can take a look at that. So in the end, I would say trust your instincts, stay away from bed bugs, and definitely take a look at the amenities that your school offers, because sometimes you probably have a lot of things already there in the school and you don't really need to pay for them, or consider them when take renting the place. So you don't want to spend on things that you're getting for free. And that's it from me today. Please let me know in the comment section, if there are other things that you think will be considered or will be helpful considering when you're looking for homes in the US, because these things really help a lot of people, and I'll also get to know about these things. So take care, and I'll see you next time.